5421 Drive.
Really?
5421 on King. Come on.
I swear to God, I tell you about I tell you about everything. I swear to God, I tell you, I will tell you, please.
Wait, hold on. You gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? Stop saying what you saying, man.
We're gonna see what we can do for you, all right?
We're gonna see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Did you know the F-snitch was just made public? At a nearby convenience store, police nabbed Lil Ted, DD's brother and Lil Durk's main hitman, while he had a revolver in his pants pocket.
5421 King Drive.
Really?
5421 on King is your cousin.
Dude had a. What about that? A man had a with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
As of right now, Lil Ted was brought to the police station, where he would tell the cops, "I swear I'll tell you all about the murders," even before he entered, hoping to escape going to jail, but he couldn't do it.
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
I swear to God, I tell you about I tell you about everything. I swear to God, I tell you, I will tell you, please. I swear, please.
Following his placement in the waiting cell, Lil Ted was seen crying excessively. He was ready to come clean about everyone and everything he knew, and all he wanted was to be released from prison and simply rat on the killings he knew.
Wait, hold on. You gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? Stop saying what you saying, man.
We're gonna see what we can do for you, all right?
We're gonna see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax.
Give me No, I'm saying, what are you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
Everyone assumed D was the one who had snitched in the court papers because DD was his older brother, but there was actually his younger sibling involved. There were even worries that King Vaughn's cousin Vonnie may turn on him as well, which would have everyone in a frenzy. Live on Instagram, Fazzu responded to a few queries.
No motherfucker know what's going on, but them people that's in them courtrooms, man. For real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird as hell. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all that threw the jams rumors out there. Now y'all talking about Vonnie a snitch, gang. A snitch on what? Y'all don't even really know what's going on for real. My kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because of you motherfuckers, y'all be trying to get them put under the jail.
Things become increasingly worse though when DJ Academic discusses Vonnie reportedly spying on Lil Durk. Caused a great deal of misunderstanding, but Lil Ted was actually hiding something the whole time.
When you see Flacco post something, you almost gotta be like, look at this headline. Lil Durk found out that his co-defendant OTF Vonnie, King Von's cousin, filed for protective custody when they came to court. Okay. That sounds so crazy. This is why we have streams like this. This is, I'm not gonna get on anybody or anything like that, and I'm not gonna ever say that I haven't, maybe jumped maybe once in a while, but I definitely do aim to be correct, and I never try to be incorrect out of malice, right? This is why we love to bring up the paperwork and try to explain it, and also increase everyone's knowledge on stuff, because a lot of times these days the headline is way better than the story.
Were you the one who helped Durk get his bond lifted? Tell me. The statement, "Durk's lawyers just submitted the sneakiest bond proposal I've ever seen," went viral on Twitter. The renowned worker lawyer Mo is sharing this update, so we're actually going to see him released before Grand Theft Auto 6.
In the Lil Durk case, his lawyer Drew Finling not giving up on the application for a bond. Now, they were denied last week by a magistrate judge. In federal court, you have a magistrate judge and a district judge. The district judge is on top of the magistrate judge. So if the magistrate judge denies you, you can ask the district judge to take a look at it. That's what his lawyers are doing here. I think this is a good decision because, quite frankly, in front of the magistrate judge who denied Lil Durk, Drew Finling could have pulled a rabbit out of a hat and that magistrate judge would have remanded the rabbit. You have to consider the fact, and I hope the district judge will, that this case, as pled several months ago, has been significantly watered down in terms of how it's being pled against Durk, where you used to have an allegation that we, the government, are going to prove to you exactly who he paid the bounty to. Now the government's saying, oh, we're not going to be able to do that.
Today, it was revealed that Lil Durk will have another opportunity at freedom when a judge granted permission for a court hearing to be held on June 2nd to consider his third bail bid, which has now increased to $2.7 million. Although Lil Durk was successful in getting a bail hearing with the main judge, the events of his most recent court appearance were his second attempt at bond, which will support his release on his third attempt. According to Mo, the substitute, judge rejected Durk right away after reading the case file and seeing nothing but murder for hire.
Update on Lil Durk. He had his bond hearing today. He looked good. He looked like he was in good spirits. No crazy weight gain or anything like that. He looked good. The judge was on the same vibe she was on last time, which is that, wait, they're saying murder for hire. They're saying you put bounties up. They're saying you ordered. They're saying I'm saying that's going to be no bond. There's basically no argument you can make to this judge in a murder for hire case to get a bond. Is that the prosecution's case has taken two major hits. One, the prosecution has had to abandon their allegation that he rapped and celebrated about this murder, that he put these lyrics out talking about, oh yeah, I got you, you out here screaming no, no, crying in the street. Prosecution had to back away from that allegation. It was proven false. They need that allegation.
In order to have him released, the prosecution must destroy the evidence they used against him and conduct a serious offense.
The allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
Claimed that the fact that the prosecutors can no longer just utilize Lil Durk's lyrics is weakening their case, but that there is one thing that will help Lil Durk get out of jail. Lil Durk's First Amendment rights are being violated in addition to their own case being undermined. They have been keeping this in the back pocket to win the case. They only have to claim that Durk's music and music videos are an expression of his First Amendment rights. There is no defense.
There's a First Amendment argument here, right? That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you could go back and there's country records and there are pop records and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying violence, that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that the free speech, the First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about, and that doesn't mean just because the story is violent.
According to Drew Finling, Durk's lawyer, the prosecutors just had lyric proof against him, but they aren't even using that now.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Act. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
They discovered at this point that they had scant evidence against him. They wanted to go the full road, Durk's lawyer would say when academics asked Drew whether they would contemplate a plea agreement. Definitely not. We're going all the way, he would reply.
You know, likelihood of a plea. I think a lot of people have seen like this seems like it's a do or die thing. This is kind of like it's going to be like a 1 or 0 type of situation. You're either are or you're not. Is Durk, from your understanding, or you as a lawyer right now, as his criminal attorney, are you open to possible conversations about plea deals? Are you thinking, no, we're going all the way? Would you entertain it, just entertain it, because that's your job to listen to it and maybe present it to Durk, or that's just off the table?
It's a conspiracy commitment case. It's an all or nothing case, and he did not participate in a conspiracy to commit murder. And so there is no alternative. It's a life sentence, potential life sentence. So this case is going to go to 12 people.
It was problematic for Lil Durk's lawyer to make this declaration in a public interview, though, because the following day the news would say that Durk would face more charges from the prosecution. Lil Durk was charged with murder for hire yesterday after being served with a second superseding indictment. As I'll explain, prosecutors have prohibited references to the song's lyrics, but they would do something much worse. In the end, this Thursday, when Quando's cousin died in August 2022, Durk, the rapper, was indicted by a California grand jury and now faces a new charge of stalking that resulted in death. Durk was previously charged with 1 count of using interstate facilities to commit murder for hire that resulted in death, 1 count of conspiracy, and 1 count of carrying and discharging firearms that resulted in death. Both the song lyrics and Durk's connection to the murder have been removed by the prosecution in the most recent indictment. But, as I will demonstrate, these additional costs have fundamentally changed the situation. They have uncovered some of the most amazing evidence of coincidences ever discovered. Quando was at the crime scene saying no, and Lil Durk genuinely rapped the lyrics. Look on the news and see your son screaming no.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
One update that many people overlooked after spending hours reviewing the court documents was that they were able to provide such strong evidence against Lil Durk that it begs the question of how much proof they actually had. More than 230 gigabytes of digital data comprising surveillance footage, audio and video recordings, and 20,000 pages of reports, our processing for discovery is ongoing. A court update stated that the feds believe Lil Durk paid to get these 2 people dealt with, following the claim that a member by the name of F Jam gave it to them. The winner, Stefan Mack, had Dang, the brother of Lil Durk. Following Durk, F Jam's baby mom came in second, found out that a wire was coiled around him. According to the feds, Jam is the key to having Lil Durk arrested for all 3 charges, since he was wearing a wire and was seen speaking into it while clutching the top of his jacket during this Instagram. Live indicates that Lil Durk will already be connected to 2 more deaths in Chicago when this murder for hire case is over.
Check on your man, let you got his head. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I used to having a dare. Architect. I'm having a dare. School's out of town.
This is where things become serious though, since months before Jam was arrested, Durk was aware that he was acting strangely. Durk had been playing 3D chess the whole time, and he knew Jam would comply, it turned out.
I see shit from a mile away.
I don't think people realize that.
I can have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know your is gonna cooperate.
To further explain, he doesn't even tell his friends where he lives or provide anyone any information.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be our best friend never been to my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, cause it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the. You can have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the. You gotta watch.
Everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta. Everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, you go too. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play.
Paying attention to the people in the background is important, But F-Jam is the same man to whom Durk gave $50,000 during this Instagram live.
What's his name, bro? Steady crying, huh?
He steady crying. Feed him. Feed him.
Get in the milk, bro. Get in the milk so baby mama get the tripping, bro.
See that?
Feed
For my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and the internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Not what I want to do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof
Bro got out what?
You know that
How many you did it all?
How many years I did it now?
Yeah. That's your last bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really just get in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
All of the people in the live stream's background went jewelry shopping with King Von, according to the Fed's investigation, as they were also members who were arrested for the murder for hire with Lil Durk.
Solitary stone.
We just looked at him.
Let's go over there.
What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money maker stepped in.
F-Jam is currently in jail, while everyone else in the Instagram live is being arrested for this crime. Regarding this Instagram story that he writes for Dthang, fans are beginning to wonder how Lil Durk is related to Stefan Mac's passing. This is again focused on Jam. 30 minutes after Stefan Mac's passing, this story was uploaded. At the time, it wasn't even covered online or in the local press, so you had to wonder how Durk heard about it. He was instructed to slide, and the next day, he shared this amusing Instagram tale.
You can't see us, boy. What? Tweak on my folks. Hey, somebody always said, slap a car. Somebody always said, slap a car.
Would you say that Durk should be given a life sentence based on the facts presented?